Welcome.
Welcome to 50 Shades of Greatness.
So what's going on, buddy?
I wanted to chat with you about some very exciting Marvel news, and that is the casting of Aaron Taylor Johnson as Craven the Hunter.
Who?
Craven the Hunter. I am jacked about this. Most people don't know this character, but he is part of one of the most epic lines of comics of all time called Craven's Last Hunt. Super dark, super violent.
I don't know anything
super
about
disturbing. So Craven is a Russian aristocrat who has turned himself into a hunter, and he will literally do anything to catch his prey. So Aaron Taylor Johnson has been cast as him, and I'm just a little bit concerned. Aaron Taylor Johnson was in Kick-Ass, which was a great movie, very entertaining, and he was obviously much younger than he is now. And then he was also in the MCU as their version of Quicksilver, which I think he did a good job too. The thing with him playing Craven is the epitome of the alpha male, a man's man, a tough guy, but also very intelligent, like I say, a Russian aristocrat who has chosen the way of the hunter. And so what he's done is that he used to hunt animals and then chooses to go after superpowered beings. And because Spider-Man is obviously associated with an animal, that being the spider, he becomes obsessed with getting Spider-Man. And so he goes to some very, very dark places, augments himself through roots and drugs and so forth to make himself as strong as he possibly can. And I just am concerned, as much as I do admire Aaron Taylor Johnson, I don't know if he's got the chops or the muscle, the toughness to really portray such a serious character.
Oh, you just relax, man. It's going to be great. All you people, listen. Now I'm going to go on a rant.
All right.
You got to be positive, brother. Right. You got to be positive, man.
Now, I've seen the picture. Like, I haven't seen him in his latest works since playing Quicksilver. So I might be being a little bit over the edge in regards to this. And you've seen something.
It's going to be great. Look. I don't even have to cite him specifically. And I don't know anything about Craven the Hunter, except that he's a big, mean dude. Big, mean, tough guy.
He's mean.
Ooh.
He's mean. He's
okay,
mean.
so listen, let me make my point.
Craven's Last Hunt.
Tom Cruise, Lestat, knocked it out of the park. Lestat is a 6'4" blonde psycho vampire. People were really upset and up in arms when Tom Cruise was cast. He was the best thing about that movie by
including Anne Rice.
So she was, and then she said, "Holy crap, he was."
Yes.
So sold. Okay. Now next,
Michael Keaton, Batman.
Do I need to say anything else? Do I need to say more about that casting piece? Ben Affleck, Batman, rocked.
Oh, Ben Affleck. I knew he was going to kick ass at that.
Yeah, but a lot of people
questioned
just losing their minds. He's not Batman. Batfleck. This is a bunch of. Come on now. Just relax.
I mean, I could tell you this, that this character...
Heath Ledger, the Joker. There was a lot of people said, he can't do the Joker.
Okay, now there's a comparable character, okay? There's a comparable... The Joker goes very dark there. And believe it, Craven the Hunter goes probably Joker level dark in some of these stories, in particular Craven's Last Hunt. I hope they go down this storyline as a movie. It'll be absolutely incredible, very dark, very disturbing, but at a different level. So that's what I'm saying. Hopefully Aaron Taylor Johnson can do that. And you know what? You're right. I should not question him. And he's done fairly well in these other roles, and he did well as Quicksilver. Unfortunately, got killed off in that one particular movie. And he wasn't invited back for WandaVision either. He wasn't in that show because they brought Quicksilver back for a little bit too. But I mean, Craven is dark. Craven's he essentially, spoiler warning if you're going to read the series or what have you, he essentially kills Spider-Man. Spider-Man's used to Craven throwing a net on him and then just dragging him off somewhere and doing the bad guy monologue and so forth. But this time, in this particular story, he gets Spider-Man down. He brings out a shotgun. Spider-Man realizes this is a much different scenario.
Rest easy, young man. Rest easy.
Craven pulls the trigger, baby,
and
buries him alive,
right.
and then takes over his alias as Spider-Man and violently goes throughout the city, exacting his own level of spider justice.
Okay, cool. I mean, all the characters we mentioned were all relatively dark characters. Batman, the Joker, these casting issues, right?
Yes.
The Stat.
True.
Right? The three that we mentioned were all dark, and people said, no, that's not my image. So I think Grace Randolph says it best, because we were watching her earlier today in Beyond the Trench. She said, just because something doesn't particularly suit your immediate image of what something should be is not a reason for you to just discount it, right?
Yes.
And this falls directly into that idea of casting choices. So I think there were some headlines saying maybe it should have been Henry Cavill. Why? Because he's muscular. There was backlash against Gal Gadot being Wonder Woman.
This is true.
Because she wasn't fit enough. They said, you got to get somebody who has a CrossFit body. Well, now, ladies and gentlemen, who would you rather see as Wonder Woman than Gal?
Cannot envision anyone else. That's true. So, and this guy, okay, all right. Changing my mind on this one.
Give these actors a chance. The guy's talented.
And milk this character for all it's worth. Because I'm telling you, I know you haven't heard of him, but and many people have not.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you, this character's got some legs. He could be one of the best villains of all time. And there are very few, somewhat unheard of comic book characters that have got the legs that Craven as a character has. So, and I like Aaron Taylor Johnson. He seems like a good guy. I like him. I hope that he can really take this, blow off to stardom, and but just kill it in this, because there's the opportunity to do that. And watch out, because this guy is a bad ass.
Okay, so then I think what you're saying might lend itself to him really knocking out of the park, because if you let these actors unleash, especially with these darker characters that have these extreme personalities, it lets an actor flow his chops.
Yes, and no one's done the role before.
Wait, did I say flow his chops? Is that even a phrase?
Flow his chops?
Saying? Flow his chops?
His acting chops.
Flex his acting chops is what I meant to say. Flow his chops.
Flow his chops. But no one's portrayed this before. Like, there's been multiple Batmans. There's been multiple Spider-Man, for example.
Yeah, right? So this is interesting because you're bringing up a character that apparently has
relatively unknown but great stories in the genre
and dark. So it's
and very dark. Yes,
as dark as Batman in the Dark Knight series from Frank Miller. Is it that dark?
Oh yes.
Okay, so we're talking about some serious
disturbing with the disturbing ends and the levels that he's willing to go.
So it should
to
be an
become
R-rated.
The Spider. Yes, absolutely would have to be. And with a conclusion that is
let's take a look
grotesque.
Let's take a look at some of these images that we have up beside us here.
You bet. There he is. That man. See, there's some images from Craven's Last Hunt.
Yeah, and then let's take
with the coffin and so forth.
Over. And the Aaron Taylor Johnson, I think,
he's looking good.
I mean,
his face is looking Craven-esque. I'll give him that, particularly where he's growing some of that beard out.
And the guys. So that's enough of those images, because I think that the Aaron Taylor Johnson, should we just call him Mr. Johnson?
There's Dwayne.
Call him AJ.
Dwayne's out there. I don't know.
Call him AJ.
He's the only Mr. Johnson probably right now.
But yeah, Aaron Johnson is, I think he's a credible actor. He's in a movie called Savages with Taylor Kitsch and Blake Lively. I think he's good in that.
Oh, yeah.
Sell marijuana.
Okay. See, I don't know that movie. I don't know it.
He's a more muscular character in Godzilla.
Okay. I haven't seen it.
And that role, but the way it doesn't really allow him to do that much. But I think he's got enough acting ability, and he has the physicality to pull off this. I think we should give him a chance.
All right, let's do it. Do it.
And let's not worry too much about these acting choices. We got Robert Pattinson coming up as the new Batman, and people were saying, "What the hell, Twilight?" I'm like, "Wait a minute, Robert Pattinson is a fantastic.
He is a very good actor.
You should check him out on a movie called The Rover with Guy Pearce. That's a post-apocalyptic movie.
And he was just in a movie with Willem Dafoe, which I have not seen.
What film?
The Lighthouse.
The Lighthouse. Oh, right. Yeah, that is an intense journey into
madness.
Yeah, I'm not going to get into that one because it's a little bit. It's more of an art film,
right?
Black and white,
yeah.
But it is something else.
Yeah.
So Robert Pattinson, and he's in also another movie called Cosmopolitan. The point is that Let these actors flex their acting chops.
Yeah, and you know what? Give him a chance to really put a stamp on a character, because I do like the guy, and and he did well as Quicksilver.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did.
So hopefully, he can really take this, make it his own, but do justice to the character.
Right. You don't necessarily have to add your voice to the cacophonous drone of people, the drumbeat that says, "Oh, that's not the exact guy I imagined for this exact role." Let's all just take a deep breath. Let the man act.
The thing that I want to project is how great this character is.
I'd like to say how great Aaron Taylor Johnson is. I'm just kidding. Go ahead. just want to piss you off a little.
Fair enough. Yeah, it's a great character. Aaron Taylor Johnson. Realize that. I'm sure you do. You've been in the MCU before. I hope you just
I'm sure he's watching.
Personal message.
Listen, AJ. I've been with you 100%. That's enough of that.
All right. Anyway, I lamented for a bit. Thank you.
Have I talked you out of your malaise?
I think you have.
Well, be optimistic, man.
Do it.
Yeah.
Craven's coming for you.
And I mean, speaking of pieces of advice, keep your stick on the ice.
And your balls in the air.
Peace out. We love you.